Hey guys, happy Monday. It is the Pioneer Monday Night Family Show. You know who I am, I know who you are. And there we got Loft Manager Ricky. Ricky, happy Monday to you. Welcome everyone that's tuning in. Reminder, guys, this show works best when you participate. So put your questions and your comments in. It doesn't matter pigeon related or not, just put them in and we'll go question by question and see where this show takes us this evening. But again, guys, I say it's very, very important that you all participate. That's what helps this show out. Good evening, Ricky.
Hey, Ryan. Happy to see you. Hope everything's going good. Great.
Good. Everything's
And
good.
I hope this, we are going to have Pigeon Bingo, right?
We're going to have it in 30 minutes time for the people watching. If Michael Peeler or who's ever on, Michael Peeler, tell me when we've hit the 30-minute mark and we'll do Pigeon Bingo. Tonight we're going to be giving away $500 plus the grand prize of 1,000.
And these birds I have ready, Ryan. I've been pumping them with beans today.
Beans, all right.
Beans, and they're ready to go. You know what I mean, Ryan?
Okay. All right.
They're going to go.
Okay. Good evening, Tracy. Glad to hear that you're back out of the hospital and you're doing good. JD Teal says, "Hey guys, I got a video you must watch. Pigeon Masters tells all." I don't know. I've talked to about I don't know. I think over 100 Pigeon Masters. I know lots of the secrets, but sure, I'm sure there's more out there. There's always more. Sammy says, "Good evening." Good evening, Sammy. So, Ricky, Monday nights are always fun. Paul Cooper says, "Good evening." Oh, I wanted to mention before we start into the show, we'll let people come on. We will do the Pigeon Bingo. We got running right now at Phillies Elite Pigeon Auctions our match pairs of Mark and Gert Paulin. And the super nice match pair, cock, very, very nice. Hen, very, very nice. Also, we have running, we'll close on Wednesday as well, is the match pair of A&M Van He. You got the beautiful black checker cock and the gorgeous red checker hen. Again, these two auctions are sold as pairs. So you pick, you bid on a pair, you get the cock and you get the hen for the same price. And also, exclusively here, first time up, Mirko and Darko Milovic from Belgium. They are supreme international long distance flyers. Again, 900 to 11 to 1200 kilometers. That's where these birds really specialize in. This auction is running right now, and I got some birds from them tonight that we are going to show. But hey, and I got a video from them to show that their cocks before a Barcelona race and how they look. But we're going to get into that momentarily. And again, Pigeon Bingo will go on in about 30 minutes time. Back to you,
Ryan,
Ricky.
you got to excuse me. I just had someone come in the door. I got my little guard dogs here. They're getting a little excited. So you're going to have to give us a couple of minutes here to just kind of get them calmed down. Um, yeah. The pigeon bingo. Now, how are we going to do this? We didn't discuss this. Are we going to do last week? It got kind of
Yeah,
fouled
we're
up.
just going to give the prize from last week, one round, and then we're going to do
Yeah.
another one.
Oh, okay. Good. One round. Good. Thank you.
Yeah. Eddie Ortiz says, "Hey guys, hope our pigeon relationship stays well together with these trader wars." Oh, don't worry about the trader wars. Trump will fix it all. Hopefully, Trump does take over Canada, at least to give Canada some freaking balls. But Hey, it is what it is. JD Teal says, no sweat. Sign goes on for 2 hours. Your QI will drop its commercial. Oh, I don't know what we're talking about here. His new video. I'm not sure, but all right. Hey, watch whatever videos you want, JD. I mean, it don't matter. I don't watch pigeon videos. I make them, and I don't really have time to watch. I don't really watch. I don't watch anything to do with pigeons lately. I haven't been doing that. I
We
guess
don't.
I'm doing
Yeah,
pigeons all the time.
we don't watch what other people put on. We are ourself, and we say what feels right. And if you don't like to hear that,
No,
we
I
say
don't.
the
I don't
truth.
think. I think he was just saying to watch it, but yeah, I
Yeah,
haven't.
watch
I
it.
don't. I
I know.
haven't
I
watched
know.
anything. I don't.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyways, it does not matter. Okay, so Ricky, you said you had some points tonight that you wanted to talk about, and before we go any further, you might as well get what's off your chest out into the open.
Um. Well, points. It's kind of hard to think. Well, what should we talk about? I talked to a fellow today about one off racing. And as a matter of fact, we were talking about Big Andy's one off race. And I said it was over a minute to clock the first bird. Okay. And I'm not giving it to the seconds, whatever it was, over a minute. The bird came over a minute to get in. And this fella here, he said to me, "Well, it has to be related to the distance the bird flew, which was what 500 clicks on the last race." And uh, I said, "My opinion is bull loney." When a bird, he said, "Well, it was a tailwind. It was easy. It was tailwind." No, no, no. I'm sorry, but if I take my pigeons for a loft fly, soon they hit the board, they better be in within 1 minute max. 20 seconds, 30 seconds, they got to be in. Now, if you basket a bird the night before, right, you're going to 300 miles, 500 clicks, and the birds come, and it takes you over a minute to clock that bird. There's something wrong. 100% something wrong. There's something 100% wrong. And, that was
Okay.
a little discussion with someone. I don't know how someone else feels, but that bird should be knocking the board down. I told this fellow, I don't care if they got a tornado wind behind them from 500 clicks, 300 miles, 300 plus miles. That pigeon basketed the night before should be hitting that board like crazy. And like again, I'm going to rehearse this. Well, my birds will off fly for an hour. Soon they hit that board, I call them, bang, they're in. Within 30 seconds,
We
they're in.
know that, but what you're not, I hate to say this again, but and this isn't for to go on about people's races, but who are the people that ever run the races? And what is their qualification to race pigeons? You ever think about
You're
this? Everybody's putting their money into these races, right? Oh, the guy's running a race, putting your money in, putting your money in, putting your money in, putting your money in. You're sending, yeah, you send money, you send pigeons, but who's running the races? And for the Big Andy group, this isn't to knock them or nothing. Uh, they've got Andy's daughter's doing the work, okay, but and this isn't a knock, but what is that? What is that? It's like me saying Mom's gonna clock the pigeons for us. Mom's gonna do the racing for us. Love her to death, but Mom, you're not a pigeon woman. You're not in it to win it. You don't know the score. You don't know the game. You don't know the angles. You don't know the shit. You don't know it. Yeah, I can get you to pay you to say, here, you feed them and water them. If you don't know, you still don't know.
You're 100% right.
So,
It's
but
and
but
then wait
people
a
are
minute.
happy to give the money for
Hold
it, and then they're complaining.
hold on. I paid big bucks to go in this race. I paid figuring out there was going to be somebody professionally governing the whole thing, and then I find out.
No, no,
I
no,
like I went to a Michelin restaurant for a good
no,
meal, and
no.
I get
You're
in there,
wrong.
and then they
You're wrong because you have to do all the people that complain. All I say is you didn't do the research. You know that Andy kids are doing it. Okay, so do the research. What? And I'm using Andy as a Oscar's going to run a race. I don't know what Oscar can do with pigeons. I can see him cheating with pigeons. He builds a big loft and brainwashes people with this. Okay, but what can he do with them? I don't know. But he's running it, or is his son running it? I heard it's his sons that are going to be running it. Who are his sons? Oscar has a hard enough time not getting thrown out of unions and clubs and cheating. But okay, that's one thing. But if his sons are doing it, and he has his daughter doing it, you know whose fault it is? It's all the people participating because you know what? You don't want more. You don't want better. What you want is you want to put them in and then you want to complain at the end on why they sat on the roof for 2 minutes. When I say, well, it's not run by pigeon men.
100%. That pigeon should not sit on the roof. I'd say max, if he's going to sit 5 seconds, he's in. Not like over a minute, over like a minute and a half. Oh, then you get them coming out with their smocks on, throwing tennis balls, shaking sticks, trying to get them in. I'm sorry, but that's bad management. Forget it. That's like you see the Zonigan dog running. He runs and then he runs halfway, makes a left turn, and goes over to the stands for some dog kibbles. Like, come on, man.
But
Are you
it will
it,
not change. It will not change
it
because
won't,
the
but you
people
know
are
what?
people don't even look at what they're entering.
The group of people that watch our show, they're probably not going to go in these races.
No, they will.
And,
They will go in them. They will go in them. Do you want to know why? Because people. We had the other night. I had the other night. I have to laugh. People. I'm going to give you a tip. I can be your best friend. And I can
right?
be at an auction, or I can be playing cards against you or darts or whatever. When I play
Yeah.
you, I'm going to beat your ass. If I want that, I'm buying that. If I want that, I'm taking that. If I want to win, I'm going to win. I'm going to push to win. I can be friends with you after. I can shake your hand after. We can have a hamburger and beers after and talk. Yes, but when I play the game, I play whatever I'm playing to win. Winning. So I will give anybody the heads up. If I am at an auction and you're there and you're going to bid against me, if I want the bird, I will buy. I can be your best friend. I'm going to buy it. And I say this with pigeon men. Pigeon men are afraid. They follow along. They don't want to ruffle. They don't want to be on the dark side. They don't want to. And it's the same with these one loft races. Uh, everyone complained about Oscar DeVries, how shit his race was in Ottawa. He's going to open one up here in Toronto, whatever it is. It's going to be the same shit again. Same shit. It'll fill up. People complained about Andy's race. Oh, that wasn't good. Oh, that wasn't good. Oh, that wasn't good. Same shit. You all go back again next year. And then I get people.
Hold on. Let's look at Big Andy's race, okay? He hired saying a
What
Michelin chef to come
no,
and
we're
do the
it's
shit.
not. It's not a Michelin chef.
No, I'm
You're
saying
you're saying you're
hold on.
saying you
I
no
said he hired a
no
guy.
he did not hire a guy. He never hired a guy. He never hired a Michelin chef pigeon flyer to do it. He didn't
Yeah, you're
hire, he
100%.
did
He
not
hired some.
hire
Hey, hold
Yelly
on. Let me
Rosiers. He
stop.
didn't hire
Just
Yelly
stop.
Rosiers. He didn't
Stop.
hire Bart Gearing.
No,
He didn't
let's
hire,
stop. He hired some guy by the name of
who,
Robert Rody,
who
some
cares?
Joe, to come on. And
No.
everybody thought, oh, this is going to be a great deal. And then this Joe, Robert Rody, he backed out. And then he had to put his daughter with a gun on her head. Take care of this. You better do it. And everybody said, wait a minute. We thought this was going to be a good race. You
Wait,
hired this Joe, which is a Joe, Robert Rody, which, boom.
what's
Wait, he didn't show
but
up. Okay, now we got some
who,
kids running the race.
who
Okay,
cares?
wait a minute. Hold on.
God.
We just keep taking the big money for the
Yes, that's
shit show.
fine. That's their job. Their job is to take the big money. Their job is to
For the
take the big
shit
money.
show.
It's the same. Listen, it's the same idea. Pipa owns 50% of Pattaya race, but they still got their breeders in there. They still got their own birds in there. All it is a make money schemes. This is all it is. And you're saying he hired a Michelin pigeon fly? No, he didn't. He
No,
just hired a guy to scrape. He just hired a guy to
hold
scrape
on, my
shit.
friend.
That's all.
I upgraded this Robert Rody
I don't
guy
even want to
to
use.
Michelin. I'm sorry I did that.
I don't
I'm
want to
sorry I
use
did
the
that.
guy's name. I don't. I'm not into him. I don't know. I don't. I'm not bringing that up.
So
So
I'm
just
saying that this Big Andy hired a guy that everyone thought was great, a superior, and the guy came in
we're gonna flog a
for a
dead
few
horse.
weeks, then he got rid of him. So now he's got his kids running the race. Meanwhile, like, oh, Dad, I don't really give a shit about pigeons. You better do it. Better do it. There you go. And people keep going in. Same as
But that's
that
good. That's
Oscar guy.
good. That's
Apparently,
good.
he's
I
running a one off race now. He's already got 265 people involved.
beautiful,
Oh, really?
beautiful, and they'll all complain. The same thing last year. We ran our race. Rosedale complains about it. Everybody complains about it. What do you want? What do you people want? What do people want? What do you want? You do what Andy does. It's not the best. It's a lot better than I guess quite a few of them. People complain. You're gonna do what Oscar does. People are gonna go in it and they're gonna complain. Then you do all the work, you show all the videos, all the shit, people still complain. Here's the thing. You just can't give a shit. Why give a shit on certain things? You're not gonna make everyone like you. You're always gonna listen. I'll tell you this straight. The only time they like you is when they win something. Only time. I'm sick and tired. Pigeon men I got a pigeon guy won money in our race. He bitches every year about not having enough money. Can I tell you something? He won with one of our auction birds. He didn't even have the brain power to enter the bird to win money for him here. People watching the show, they don't enter to win money. You're giving them free money. All the pigeon has to do is shit on the square. I can't help people. People have to see their own forest through the trees. What are we talking about? Around and around. Andy's race will be the same again this year. Oscar's race will be the same. It's all the same shit. Pick what crap you want to go into. They're not professionals. They're professionals at taking the money in. They win the race every time out. They win. And you know what?
Yeah.
Fuck racing them hard. Forget it. Why? Because if you don't get everyone to win money, you're an asshole. Anyways. I'm
Oh, thank
trying to get to
Elmar for bringing up that
yeah.
subject.
And then you bring up
And
a
then
guy.
then
You bring up a guy. I don't need heat from bullshit that way. So you know what? Don't bring up that guy. He's
I got, I
cancer.
got, I
Don't
got,
bring
I
him
got.
up.
Okay, wait.
I don't need I don't need that
I got
shit
a
on my
You
show.
know what? I got a stooge said to me today. It's not a guy. It's a stooge. He said, wind can make a factor in one loft racing or in club racing. He said it can be a factor, and I said I agree with you. Now, what do you think?
Pigeon racing wind determines everything. And whoever
I
says that
believe
wind doesn't determine anything, I can't figure out how they can say that. I mean, if you take a look at ships in the ocean that used to have sails, they needed the sails to push them and pull them, or whatever way guide them. Wind plays one of the big in pigeon racing. Wind is one of the biggest factors that there is. Let me get to some of the comments.
let me say something. You know, I just brought this up because I like to bring it up. Wind plays a factor on the stream in the oceans, which way currents move,
Yeah, we know this.
which way the fish move. It's that we're talking ocean, not above, right? The wind currents change the movements of even the air, the way the wind currents are. So, you know, this was something we had a little conversation. You know, Ryan, I talked to different people and through the day, and
Hold on.
I
Can
say
I just
yes.
can you just hold on a second? I've got Harv's card saying guy on the right is going to have a stroke. And the
Who's
booze
that?
with the red face. The young fella on the left is acting out. Let me tell you something. I'm not do me a favor, my friend. I don't know who you are, your first time on.
Wait,
I don't know.
Dr.
Yeah, he's
Shivago.
playing
Yeah.
doctor here. Hey, if you could do me a favor and have a stroke on the show, Ricky. Too bad your face is red.
Hey,
And
hold
hold
on.
on, no,
The,
no, this
wait,
guy here
it's not
saying
an
that I'm.
insult.
Can you just shut up, Chris?
That's the way I am, man.
I don't
And
understand. I don't understand why these people come on the show. Just disconnect the channel. Don't worry about it.
I
These
like to meet
people,
this guy.
these
Guess
no,
what?
these
No,
people
he's
want me to be phony and boring. I'm acting out. I'm not acting out. I just don't need to bring on certain shit onto the show. That's all I'm saying. Getting back to the wind and Harv's cards. I hope you're okay, bud. Make sure you're eating apples. Make sure you're eating all different fruits. Lay off the carbs. Don't have anything to drink. Please make sure you drive with your seatbelt on. Okay? And make sure you wear socks to bed. Just giving you a tip. That's what my grandmother said. Wear socks to bed. It's safe. Let's go on. Mike Green says, LOL. Pigeon flyers aren't complaining. They're not happy to please everyone. Yeah. Kevin David says, good evening. Been a long while on the old Facebook. Got hacked. That's okay. You're here now. You know what? Guy on the left and guy on the right. Next week, Ricky, we're going to make puppets and we'll talk with puppets. We won't show our faces. Then we'll see what they complain about.
Hey, hold on.
I got
I
to look good for
appreciate sorry,
Harv.
but you don't know me, and if I have a red face, you don't know me. And by the
Well,
way, I'm gonna blow the doors off you in another 25 years, my friend.
hey,
John.
watch out. You're hitting the booze hard now, according to this guy.
I don't give a shit, but I'm 72 years old and I don't give a shit. I'm going to blow the doors off you in 30 years from now. I
Oh,
just uh, put my, whatever this joke's saying, that's me.
yeah. Well, you know what? Next time, put a little bit of white blush on your face.
I
And
don't give a
what
shit. We're
what
talking
I'll do
about
is I'll
pigeon.
I'll have to
If
calm
this
down.
show goes over tonight and I may drop dead, let's talk about this show. We're talking about wind and we're talking about trapping, and that's what
No.
we're going to talk about.
Wind, wind is wind. I don't think I don't think on this show you're going to get anyone that says that wind doesn't play a factor. Now we'll see what the people comment. Headwinds play a factor, tailwinds play a factor, and crosswinds play a factor.
I was talking to this fellow today. I said, "Oh, that wind there, Big Andy's race." He said, "Well, it took over a minute to trap the
You
birds."
already said this.
And then, okay, hold on. Then he said, "Well, there was a strong tailwind, so that's a factor." I said, "No, from that, I don't care.
Can I
From
ask?
that distance,
Can I
from
ask you?
a loft fly, what I call my birds down, they're gonna trap within 10 seconds. They're in. I don't care. And
Can I
then if
ask
you
you who
fly
the guy was?
300 miles with a tailwind, hurricane wind, they should be in. So we're talking about wind.
Right.
No
Wait.
excuse.
Can I ask you who is the guy you were talking to?
I'm not going to mention his name
Oh.
because I know his name, and I'm not going to mention his name because in fear that the CU, I got to wipe the slime off my mouth, uh, that they may get him canceled from the CU. That's
All
how
right.
corrupt this
We're gonna
organization is.
in a few minutes we're gonna do pigeon bingo, but I wanted to show the Milovich pigeons getting ready for a Barcelona race. Take a look at these pigeons. Take a look at this video, guys. Ricky, watch the video.
Yeah.
Look at the health on these pigeons before Barcelona.
Yeah.
You hear the music in the loft, you can see it. You can see
Yeah.
those pigeons the way they act. I'll tell you, something nice to see. I got invited to go and watch Barcelona there with them. I also got invited to go to the Liberation at Barcelona. So
Oh, wow. So those birds are all cockbirds, right?
yeah,
Yeah. We've seen that.
yeah, those were all cocks there. All wins play a factor. I think we can all agree on that. Yes, David Tracy says, let's play bingo. Okay. Love my double R's, says Eddie Ortiz. Shane, come on, guys. Don't waste your intelligence on uninformed or uneducated people. Oh, no, I wasn't. I was just bringing up the other guy there before. Wind and distance play very big factors. I believe that they do. Jan says, hello, Ryan. Are you drunk today? Yeah, I'm just piss drunk. I'm hammered. I'm wasted. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Michael Peevler, everything is a factor, one way or the other.
Enjoy it. Huh?
Ryan, what's the base of their birds? Did they fly? Yeah, they flew in Serbia. They were Tippler flyers, and they raced there. And the base of the birds, go check out the pedigrees. You guys got to do some informed bidding. You're gonna like them. They're all out of their super pigeons, national winners. I got a couple cocks here I'm going to show tonight. The great thing is about the Milovic pigeons, I think they'll do the 1 day long distance no problem. But what's so great is they're in the back of Belgium. So when they're flying against guys like Emil Denny's and Van He and Mark and Gert Pollen, the pigeons have to fly about 150 kilometers further. So every time out, their birds have to wake up early in the morning to win. Normally, their birds can never do it. They can never get day birds. What? That's the video is the music to my ears. Yes, it is. You like the tour? Yeah, I did the tour there. It was one of my favorite tours. I'm gonna be with them Friday night at 6:30 Eastern time. We're gonna look at the lots and go through the pigeons, um, Mirko and Darko. So I'll have them on. So if you guys want to ask questions for them on Friday evening, it's gonna be between 6 and 6:30. Eastern time, which is New York time. You can ask them questions. I'm going to go there for midnight. I asked if they would do it midnight, our time here in Belgium. That way you guys can get interactive with them. I know you guys don't know maybe a lot about their pigeons. I'm just going to say they're like superstars here in Belgium on the long distance. The guys that fly the same races that are in the short end of Belgium are going to them to buy pigeons. Pigeons are super, super, super horsepower. Again, yes, I am drunk again. I'm hammered. I'm just getting so drunk now that I never stop being drunk. I'm drunk 24 hours a day. Ricky, I went to the meetings and they said that I couldn't go to the meetings anymore. Do you want to know why? Because I'm drunk at the meetings.
Who said that?
Well, Jan, my buddy Jan, I don't know who Jan is here. Jan asked if I am drunk again today. I've been drunk ever since I was born. I was drunk. Anyways, you can give most of the guys the hens that lay the golden eggs, and they will shit the bed. Well, JD, I don't know about that. I can't worry about all the guys. Mike Green says he loves lot number 3. Okay. Mike Green said he enjoyed the tour. Ricky, we are going to can we set the camera up? I'm going to play the song, and we're going to give our
So,
first $500 prize.
so I got to turn the camera around so you see. Hold on.
Yeah.
You see. Okay, hold
Reminder,
on.
don't
I'm
have a
gonna hold it.
stroke.
I'm gonna do it now.
Okay.
Right.
You flip it. I'm going to play the song.
I'm
Okay,
gonna flip
guys?
it, my friend. Okay.
Yeah.
Now right.
Okay. Just, you know what to do. Just look at the screen and follow along. I'm going to play the song. Here we go.
Turned it around. That turned it around. This is great.
Alrighty. Ricky looks like he's got the screen set up. Ricky, you can still hear me. I've got the camera on to me. So,
Okay, Ryan. Can you hear me?
yeah, I see the board. It looks very, very good. You can pretty much see everything.
It's in a
So,
good spot there.
I think it's good. I mean, it could move a little, I think, to the left a bit, but I think we're all
Oh,
right.
okay. Okay, Ryan. I'll do that for you.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Right there. Go ahead. First prize up we're going to give is 500 Feathers Elite dollars to the bird shits on the name, and let's hope the bird shits on someone's name. Again, if it's a tie, we're going to have to put in another bird. It has to be directly on one person. If it shits off the squares, we got to get another bird. So, Ricky, put them in. Let's go.
Okay, a beautiful blue bar hen, satinette.
Put
Here
her
we
in.
go.
Let's go.
Roll the drum.
As we wait, guys, who will it shit on? We don't know. While we're waiting for the shit on to appear, we are going to. I want to post this up because I am going to be showing a few birds off of this. The Milovich auction, first time at Feathers Elite.
You excited, aren't you?
And nothing yet. It's unbelievable.
Nothing.
As we wait, who will get shit on? I don't know. Back to the full screen. Sometimes I think we should have just drawn out of a hat, for Christ's sake. Every weekend you pick birds that just don't shit. Like, this is when did you basket them? 5 minutes ago?
There he goes. Just
He did.
shit.
He
Yes.
shit. All right.
He shit on Mike Green.
Mike Green, $500 winner. Round of applause for Mike Green. As Ricky cleans that up, and we're going to get to it, I want to post up the photo of the first bird from the Milovich. This cock here, Sun Dark Night. What a super blue checker cock. Yes, he is super awesome. Yes, he is that nice. And yes, I have him here.
He shit right on Mike Green.
Here it
Mike
is,
Green.
Mike Green. Congratulations. You are the winner of the 500 Feathers Elite dollars. Take a look at this cock. Out of this world. Super nice. Again, a direct child.
Shit.
Here we go. And you see him. Ricky, you tell me when you are ready to play the final round of Pigeon Bingo, which will be $1,000 to get shit on today. Can you imagine, guys? We're going to give $1,000 prize away for Feathers Elite dollars. Mike Green, congratulations on the 500. Chris Marshman won the 300. And I'm just looking here.
Just
Ricky,
wiping the shit off.
yeah.
The bird kind of moved, shit kind of moved, but I have my witness here, Nancy. She witnessed it, 100%.
Well, what do you guys think of A Son of Dark Night? Let me get to the comments, and Ricky will give me the green light when he's ready to go. Mike
Okay,
Green, thank
so
you.
yeah,
Congratulations, Mike.
so should we bring in the next contestant?
Yeah, let's get move the camera a little bit. You got a little bit of that bar being covered, so move the camera a little up towards the window. Perfect. Yeah,
Perfect.
you oh, adjust it a little bit more. Right there.
Perfect.
Go ahead. Next one up,
Okay.
1,000 Feathers Elite dollars.
Wow. Are you excited?
I'm excited. Here we go.
Nancy's excited. She came in to witness this. She's been paid to come in. She's a security person. She knows 100%.
Put a bird in. And again, guys, as you don't see me on the camera, I'm just drinking champagne now and I'm getting drunk. Just hammered, just piss wasted. Take it away. Sorry about this, guys. I'm not sure what he's waiting for. But he's sure taking his time on putting the bird in. Okay. Back to me. While we wait for Ricky to get onto the ball, again, guys, I'm sorry, but this this is our shows, man. It's as painful as it is for you. It can get just as painful for us here producing these shows. But that's what makes these shows so much fun. Still have no clue where he is, but let's hope that he didn't fall and slip. Anyways, guys, what is your favorite lot in the Milovich auction? Lot 69. How are you? Nice. He had to go outside and get another one. Well, I don't understand why we wouldn't have them all in. Why would you say that you are ready? I find it hilarious. Everyone in countries. Yes, everyone in countries. He is 12. Okay. Let's see if Ricky is back.
As you know, I had to do a
Can you
selection.
just put the bird in? Just put it in.
Great cockbird coming in.
Can you just put the bird in? Like it's been 5 minutes.
There you go. Here you go, my friend. It's on. Nancy, ready? Witness. It's on.
Can you go get another bird while we're waiting so it's not a 45-minute wait time?
Oh, there's a lot of time on people's minds. I don't go for that.
As we're waiting to see who wins the $1,000. Mine is lot 3, but all are nice. Yeah, lot 3 is very nice. After the flush, Nancy is chasing him around the table, maybe. Ah. You know he likes to keep outside due to the heat in the house. Oh yeah, I know. Don't bring that up. I don't want to hear about. I don't want to hear about that.
Non-show quality satinette, by the way. God, man.
Let me ask you a question. When do you basket these? Like, what's the time? When did you basket them today?
There'd be no time that would be the right time. So what would be the right time to basket?
I would have basketed them this morning, and then for sure you'd have instantly quick shit. But you decided probably about, I don't know, 2 or 3, 15 minutes ago.
Yes. Let's ask the audience when would be the right time to basket.
All right, get her to walk around the cage or something. Let's get going.
You're in a rush. I know that.
No, I'm not in a rush. I'm just
Okay. Let's get going here. Come on. Yeah. As you can see, it's full crop. It's ready to shit. Empty crop birds shit everything out. Full crop bird has shit to put out. That's the way I look at it. Right?
right.
If you basket in the morning, by the evening, you got no more shit in. This bird here should have shit. And I know you're in a rush. It's like pressure, pressure, pressure. I'm not in a rush.
Oh, I know you're not.
Like Dr. Zhivago said.
Anyways, guys, we're going to switch off to the other screen here while we wait for the shit to happen. Jessica,
no,
another.
Just keep. I'll pull out another bird.
Another
I got more
constipated
birds.
bird. Another constipated bird. Yes. Yes, you are right.
I'll get. This is the fun of this game, right? You want instant shit. Well,
I want to see a.
let's relax a bit. I don't like to take a shit myself with a lot of pressure. I take my time. So this bird here is taking its time.
All right, let's try another bird. I'm going to pull.
Oh, we got a shit off the board.
All righty. Off the board.
Okay, I'll get it. So you want the camera on that one?
No, just get the bird and we'll keep rolling.
It was, if you can see where it is, can you see it there?
No, but I'll take your word for it.
It's like genetic potential and David Tracy, but it's off the board.
Well, they were close. They were close. So while Ricky goes to get the other bird, I will show the next bird from the Milovich pigeons. Another one I like, the lot number 4. This is a real hell of a nice pigeon. Real nice pigeon, this silver cock. Again, put together the right way. Here he is. Take a look. Super nice, super soft feathers. He's a little bit bigger. Real good quality. Again, these are extreme long distance pigeons. They can fly through the night. They can get up before sunrise and they finish it off. And they got to fly the farthest spot of Belgium for the international races.
Stop it, Atlanta.
But there he is. And as we wait for Ricky, let's go back over to Ricky's board to see where Ricky is.
So I'm
And
going to
the,
clean off this. This is actually like an illegal shit. So I'm going to clean that off on the outside. It's on the outside. As you can see, my hand coming in. Okay. Relax, people. Are you ready? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go.
Lot
We're
4
nervous.
are the small to medium. Yeah, they're more small to medium. The silver cock, he's a little bit bigger, but again, very, very soft feathers. Lars and myself will go through them this week. And we'll be at the Milovic place loft, and we will go through the birds with them, and we'll see some of the breeders as well. Ricky, back to you.
Here we go. Putting it in. And by the way, Nancy, do you
Put it
agree?
in.
My
Put,
face is turned purple now. I'm ready for a
put it
stroke.
in.
And the bird's in. Think he's. Ooh. Nope.
Off the page.
Yeah, he's on the page now.
He's over somebody.
Nancy, please don't bother him. Nancy, you're only a person that I'm a director. Can you go to that side? You'll come back. Oh, that's good. Good.
Ryan, you're putting in the work. It's 3 a.m. there. Yeah, it's 3 a.m. here. So if people sometimes wonder why I say, like, let's get her going, it's just because we want to talk a lot. And I don't know. I've never seen this take so long in my
Hey,
life.
please don't talk too much. The bird's a little nervous. Oh, he shit off the page.
Okay.
Totally.
Well, back to me as Ricky gets another one.
Oh, as you
This
can see
valve,
it. Can
this
you see
this
it on the
valve.
screen?
Yeah, I see it. This
Yeah.
$1,000 that we're giving away, it's gonna be the death of us. It
Do
is
you
gonna
want to
be the
know
death of
something?
us.
Hey, do you want to know something, my friend?
What?
You know what it takes for me to make $1,000? I shit about 5 times. So we're only asking for one shit. So just take your time. Takes me 5 or 6 days to make $1,000. So we can wait here, right? This is
As
$1,000.
Ricky says, so could we just get the next bird? Do you bring 2 in?
The rules are I bring one bird in at a time.
All right, one bird in at a time. And as you guys,
Nancy, she's uh, the professional. She said, "What a gorgeous bird." Coming back. I'm coming back.
he's coming back again, guys. We're gonna make you wait for your 1,000. You're not just gonna win it. You're gonna have to earn it. But for all the people that did participate, I want to thank you guys for doing that. And for the people that did get the results and just couldn't be bothered to send their results in, this is how you we want to give better prizes and more prizes away, but we need people to participate. And I know a lot of people got great
Let's get the
results.
burgers on, man.
Alrighty, here we go.
Okay, I'm back. I'm bringing in a beautiful saddle hen. He's gorgeous.
Put it
We
in.
got,
Let's go.
here we go. Let's keep it quiet. $1,000. There she shit. Oh, she shit.
Who's
She
the
shit on Mike Green. Mike Green.
Whoa? Back to back. Mike Green just knocked out $1,500. Let's give
Yeah,
Mike Green a big round of applause, guys.
I'd have to say thank you to Nancy. She witnessed that. Shit. Do you see it on the camera?
I am looking. I can. Yeah, I see it
I'm
right
gonna
there. Right.
right here.
Yeah, Mike Green. There it says it.
Mike.
So, guys,
Yeah.
think about it. Mike Green just won $1,500 on Pigeon Bingo. His birds won him races, and the birds that won him races is still winning them today. Mike, you can put those results on those pigeons as well. You earned it, my friend, and congratulations to Chris Marshman as well. Hey, and to the other participants, guys. If you guys like this, let us know. We will make up more bingo cards.
See?
Antonio,
Yeah.
you guys need a smaller cage. I don't think the cage is the problem. Mike Green says it's his lucky night. Mike, you better go buy yourself a lottery ticket and scratch it in the bathroom. Mike Green also says you're putting in my kind hours. You're putting in my kind of hours, Mike Green. Yeah, I know. Lock Dog says nice clinkers. Yeah, those are nice. They're good for droppers. But Mike Green's a big winner. And you know what? That's a you never see that. I mean, if you did it a third time, no way you'd win again. But look at the odds. Everything's spread out on the paper, and it goes right to Mike Green, and boom, hits it. Uh, that's what makes these shows fun. Sorry, guys, it took a bit long, and we wanted to have this. We tried to figure out the easiest way to do it. I think showing the birds that way was the easiest. But these Milovich pigeons, very, very nice. And getting back to tailwinds, what do y'all think? Are tailwinds? I'm surprised Mike Vandriak's not on to give me his thought on tailwinds because I'm sure he's going to have something incredible. As we wait for Ricky to get back, I'll check the comments. Milton says, congratulations to Mike Green. Congratulations again. Man, I think that took us about 20 minutes.
I'm back. Just got to get the camera set up here. Get
Okay.
it turned around. 1 second here.
As Ricky gets his camera reset back up. Beers are definitely on Mike Green. Yes, Mike Green has to buy the beers, but Mike doesn't drink beer. Mike's into the good stuff. Mike is like me. He's drunk all the time. On to the wild turkey. Feather on my cheek.
Oops. Sorry. Oh my God. So I got to turn this around.
No, it's good right the way it is.
Oh, it's funny how that was.
Can you see the
Only
screen?
me on here. I'm a little embarrassed.
Don't
I'm
worry.
getting a little red in the face now.
There
It's
you
like
go.
shyness. I can't see you though. I'm going to turn this around. What do you see now?
The kitchen. Turn it the other way. Is the screen facing you?
Yeah.
Okay. Push the camera thing the other way. You see your face now?
Yeah, I see it, but I don't see you.
Because you hit something on the screen. You Don't worry about seeing me. You don't have to see me.
The show's only going to be about me,
Yeah.
and I'm going to I'm getting so red faced now. I'm almost going to turn purple.
Rob,
Instead, it
Robert.
says exit camera
Yeah.
review.
Hit the exit camera.
Where do I hit that though?
Where
Like,
it says exit camera, the orange thing, hit it.
okay, here we go. There you go, Ryan.
You're
How
back.
come you're so pale faced?
I don't know. Sean says, "Hey Ryan, we can all get drunk. Yes, we can on Mike Green." Robert Daughtry says, "Headwinds and sidewinds test your birds. They do." Mike Green says, "Drunk driving down the road. LOL." Jan says, "Great videos, Ryan." From DK, it's 3 a.m. From Darko, yes. Okay. You're both on. Okay. Alan says, "I don't prefer tailwinds in club races because some of my birds tend to come back from the overfly. A lot of the time, that's due to lack of training. When you have them trained, I think, enough and fed correctly, you should get less. You should get less overfly. But with
But
young pigeons, overfly is much more common. That's when they really got to be trained right, and any overfeeding will take you to the overfly zone. What do you think, Ricky?
yeah, I think exactly what you're saying. And overfly, a lot of people will talk about drag, and drag is the same as overfly. When a pigeon, hold on, I gotta let this dog out here now. My little dog, she's 11 years old. She's getting, just give me 1 second, I'll come right back. Come on.
Yeah, so getting along with the tailwinds. If you're coming up to a race where let's say the race is 100, 150, even 200 miles, and you're going to fly a tailwind, you want those birds fed. So probably if you're racing on a Saturday, it says strong tailwinds on Saturday. The last feeding should be on Thursday. That's for sure. And I recommend, if you are willing to, basket them Thursday night or very first thing Friday morning. If you can basket them Thursday night, as long as they have water, it's going to help everything. It's going to get them more focused. It will help you uh, not compete, not compete, not get dragged in a tailwind. Now, mind you, that
Okay.
is if the pigeons are trained hard
Okay.
enough.
So you're talking about birds overflying. Uh, that would be the bird doesn't have the focus, or would you call it drag?
I'm
Drag means the bird overflew because he was flying. He was following other birds, and then he didn't know when to turn around. I don't think uh, a pigeon that would fly over and past, he got dragged. And a pigeon that would fly to the west or the east of that side or the west side, he got dragged the same, east, west, or north. He got dragged the same. And when he's getting dragged, overfly is drag. When he's getting dragged, that means he's not properly trained.
Well, sure. He's not properly
Yeah,
trained or he's not
yeah.
properly fed or set up. And again, you know, Darko, he said to me, people always say, and I thought this was brilliant what he said. He said, people blame the pigeons, right? Well, who bought the pigeons? Who built the loft? Who trained the pigeons? Who fed and watered the pigeons? It all starts with the breeder, it all starts with the flyer. And this is what we say here, even in these tailwind conditions, you have to have the birds set up to not get dragged or blown over. You have to have them set for that. You have to understand the course of what you're flying and what it's going to be on that day and have them properly fueled, not over fueled, but properly fueled. Antonio Rodriguez says, wind is a win is a win. I like long distance. What do you think is a good distance to test youngsters? Oh, I think testing youngsters, the more times you can get them into races, the better it is. And as for distance, sorry for my yawning. As for distance, 300, 350 miles is good. That's good testing.
I'm gonna ask you a question. Testing for what? Um, I would say testing for every race. Let's test it. If that bird, if you're flying 100 miles or what's that, 120 kilometers, 130 kilometers, I don't know what 100 miles is. I'm in miles or kilometers. If that bird's not back half an hour of your first bird and they're constantly late, there's a test right there. Then I would test when you hit 500 kilometers, which is 300 miles in a young bird. If that bird is 9-10 hours on the wing, that's a good test as well. If you send a bird to 500 clicks and it comes home the next day, meanwhile you got birds that came in 7 hours, 6 hours, not 6, 7, 8 hours, 9 hours, that's a good test. But a bird that goes to 500 clicks and comes home the next day, that's not really a test.
No, I think if you're testing, you want to test through a whole season. That's what I think. I don't think you just
That's what I'm
test off of
saying.
one
From
race.
100 miles right to young birds right to 325 miles. Let's test it. The bird came at 100 miles. Your first bird came at this time. That's a good bird. Your next bird, you got to say, if I don't get them all home within an hour, okay, you get a stroke. I'm giving you an hour. You get a stroke against you. Next time I send you again, if you keep coming that time after that set, you get a stroke against you. We keep going, keep going. You get, and if you don't get those strokes against you, you're done. You're garbage. If he comes always 3 hours, 4 hours after, 6 hours after, he comes the next day. Oh,
Yeah,
big
we know
stroke.
that.
Big,
We know that.
yeah.
You don't have to over. Oh, you don't have to get
Well,
that
I'm sorry
crazy.
about that, Ryan.
No, but I understand what you're saying. I mean,
Yeah.
anyways, Jan says, "Do I plan to come to Denmark?" Yes, I'm supposed to go meet Anders Brobeck. He wants me to do another loft tour with him. I just haven't put the time together yet to go to see Anders, which I will, but I haven't. But we still have some more loft tours to come up, meeting more people. We got we're going to be going to the Fugari show, and the Lear Market starts up here soon. What else? Yeah, but as for the tailwind question, uh, I think
Too much a treat.
a lot of people will say that their birds came out of they come out of the back when it's a tailwind. When they overfly, they normally complain about the pigeons, and I say, no, I'm not going to blame maybe the odd time the odd pigeon goes over. You can't get everyone perfect, but I think you've got to have them focused in. You have to have them properly fueled. And I don't think people don't think of what they're doing through the weeks. I'm going to tell you one thing that I learned that I think is very good is basket your pigeons earlier rather than later. I like pigeons, and especially young pigeons. If you can give them a good almost 48 hours in a basket, I think they focus up a little bit better. But reminder, if you have them in a basket, if you're basketing them for a Saturday race, you basket on Friday to go to the club. I like to basket them late Thursday night after feeding or very first thing Friday morning as soon as the sun comes up. But they never get any more feed. They just in the baskets and focus. JD Teal says, are you going back to the UK this year? I don't know. I'm supposed to meet up with John Gladwin. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm pretty busy here right now. It's the same with Denmark. So I don't know if I'm going to be going to the UK. It's not that it's a far way to go, but I got lots of birds here that I'm moving around and stuff. So I can't really be gone. Jan says, I love your tours. Thanks. Great show tonight. I don't know if tonight's a great show, but we try and figure out some things to talk about. But interesting about the tailwind thought. What do people think about basketing birds before races? That's another question. When's the right time to basket? Anyways, Ricky, what do you got to say?
But what you were saying here?
Yeah.
Ah, when's the right time to basket for races? I would say after you got, if you're going to do a morning fly, they come in, they get their minimal amount of feed, like a morning fly feed. And then I would let them drink, let them sit for about half an hour or so. And then I would basket them to get ready for the club.
You
So they
see,
would sit. They would sit before noon, and they would go to the club.
yeah, the thing is, what I like to say is if I race them on if I train them on Thursday, right?
Right.
Then I'll either basket them late Thursday night after dinner, right?
Mhm.
Or I'll basket them Friday morning so they feel like they're not missing a day of training, you know? When they go into the basket, the switch comes on. And I find when the birds are in the basket for that time, they're ready to come home. It's focus in the basket, go to work. I think sometimes when you leave them in the loft, and here's another thing, if you do leave them in the loft, people are putting lights on and keep the loft dim and dark and quiet. Quiet. People, I see some lofts there, they're all full of skylights. It's all bright in there. Pigeons like dark. You know, all these lofts I go to, there's no big aviaries. It's just dark, cozy spots, resting spots. Your pigeons gotta rest. And even if you basket them at home, you put them in the basket, put them in a dark room where it's cool. Hey, make sure there's water with them, or make sure you give them water twice in that day, and they will drink. And that's another thing when you're basketing pigeons as young pigeons, teach them to drink in the baskets so you can have this little trick. What else do you want to say,
Hey,
Rick?
I agree with you, and a lot of maybe some people are watching this show and they say, "Oh, Ryan, you're talking garbage. You just talk garbage." I know a guy that's got a great big aviary. He put great big windows out. Put all this shit. Why don't you come on the tour? Go to the professional lofts that we visit, and I'm talking professionals. Maybe we have how many professionals would we have, Ryan?
Oh, most of them are oh, should either they should be professionals or they are professionals.
What I'm saying is, how many would we have that we have on tours interviews? Would we have 10?
Oh, more than that. I can't even give you a number.
Excuse me, I'm putting the gun to
Yeah,
your head.
yeah, I don't.
Would we have 20?
20 what?
A,
Professionals?
a
Yeah,
high
pretty.
class pigeon
Yeah,
lofts.
I told you clearly they either could be professionals, but
Just
they
ask the question. would you have 50 high class, totally
Yes, yes,
national win?
yes. Well, let's
Yes,
move
yes, you
on.
would.
Move
So
on.
I'm going to go back again and ask you the
Mm.
same question. Would you have 100?
Oh my God. Could you ask me again if I have a
I'm
thousand?
gonna I'm gonna put you up in the corner now. Would you have
Okay.
100?
Next question. Moving on.
No, no.
Antonio says,
I'm gonna put you up, and I'm gonna bring this to a conclusion.
"Hmm,
Would you have 100?
I don't know what you're going on about now. Can we just move
Okay,
on?
so let's say we have 100 lofts. 100 out of in Belgium alone. There's 14,000 lofts. Out of Holland, how many lofts?
I don't
Out
know.
of
What is this?
Germany.
What is this
So
the point? What's your point?
what the point is the truth in the pro lofts we visit.
Okay, well, come on the tour, people, and you'll see it. Or
Yeah,
watch
that's
my
what I'm
video.
saying. Come
Okay.
on the
Can I read
tour,
the Can I
you'll
read the
see it.
comments? Because we just went in a circle on I don't even know what, but we went in a circle again. Another circle. Can you walk around the kitchen one time, please? Can you get up and walk around the kitchen once? Come on.
I'm
There
just
we go.
saying people are asking questions. I'm talking about high-end pigeon lofts.
Right, but these people
Right.
see that. I'm just
Yeah,
telling you.
I don't know that came up in this country of ours, Canada here. There's literally 500 uh people flying pigeons in this whole country. And we're
Right.
talking about you visiting in Belgium alone out of 14,000 pigeon lofts. And Belgium is about as large as I people Lake Simcoe.
Right.
Like you could take your rowboat
Okay. Yeah.
across the friggin' lake.
All right.
So I'm just saying there should be a high class of recognition to what you visit. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
So
Let,
I'm
let me
sorry. Okay,
let me get to
go.
the comments
I'm not
here.
going to walk around the table. That's an insult.
No, I'm just saying because I didn't know where you're going. So I don't know. Whatever you
No,
said, okay. I don't
okay.
understand it though. I don't understand your point.
Well,
There's
we're
no
going
point.
on the last question
What was the
and
last
what
question?
someone said.
What was the question?
Go back, rehearse
Yeah,
it.
I can't because you went in such a circle about 10 flyers and then 20 flyers and 100 flyers. The lofts I go to, they can be professional or they are professional. They're at that level. Take what you want from the videos. Take what you want. Come on the tour and you'll see what the lofts look like in person. Now to the questions. Here we go. Let's take a deep breath. What would you feed birds for a tailwind race of 200 miles? Great question. Feed the regular race mix. I'm going to feed the regular race mix. I'm going to feed the regular race mix on Wednesday and Thursday,
No.
late Thursday evening. If it's a tailwind on Saturday, they're going to get no feed on Friday at all. But they're going to eat late on Thursday after 7 o'clock. They're going to have their regular dinner, and that's it. That's it. So, Lot 69 says, depending on the races that week, I basket my birds every day throughout the week, the same time. I basket them for the races. You have to set your bird's success. We didn't in the Marine before mission. Marina before the mission, okay? Uh Stress birds don't think, in my opinion. Good. I believe you don't want to have your birds stressed. You want to have them calm. Ricky, what do you have to say now?
Yeah, I believe 100%. You know what? They're not if you're training properly, basket training right from the beginning. They don't get stressed. I like to put a. You're talking about young birds. I put them in. I put a basket in the loft. I leave it open. They can jump on the basket. They can do what they want. They go in and out of the basket before I even start training. Those birds, they know the basket. I feed in the basket in the loft, so they know. They know they get used to the basket and that. There's so soon I go to put them in the basket, there's very little stress. And then I start uh, road training, car training. They go in the basket. They know they're going to sit in the car. They go for a little drive up the road, come back. I bring them home. They get that. So that stress gets eliminated. I put them on a wire in the basket, wire bottoms, half inch by half inch, so they can walk in the basket. They can stand on that wire. There's no stress. That's what That's what I do.
Right. And Lot 69 says always prepare your birds for the worst. If the weather says tailwinds, because the weather changes, and I do agree with what this guy says. You do have to watch the weather. If they're calling for super strong tailwinds or whatever, again, 200 miles, I'm not a big fan. You don't have to. If the weather looks like it's going to change, if you want to feed them Friday morning, okay, great. But 200 miles, if it's going to be a tailwind or slight tailwind, you don't have to overly worry about giving them too much fuel. You've got to get the fuel into them, though, on the Wednesdays and the Thursdays. They need to get the fuel put in. You can't, if you're skipping the feed Friday, which I recommend because you're trying to, I believe you're emptying the system. The pigeon, and especially young pigeons, when the crops, everything is emptied out, they're going to fire the best. Totally, they're going to fire the best. If they're digesting feed, they're not going to fire the best because if they hold feed in the system, they got extra energy. Extra energy creates, oops, a little bit of a problem. We overflew. Antonio Rodriguez says, you guys ever get birds back from a race and the birds have dirty feet? Ricky, did you?
What do you mean, like muddy feet, like mud?
Yeah.
Yeah, he stopped at. He went to the pond, to the river. And if he comes back twice like that, he's done.
Yeah, I normally don't see them with dirty feet. I was talking with Lars, and Lars used to do some fishing in a spot where race birds would come over. He says it's unbelievable. He said there were race birds that there was race birds that landed on the shore and drank. There were race birds that hovered over the water and drank, and then there were race birds that flew across, and while they were flying over, would suck water and drink, and not even come to a hovering stop. And he said it was very interesting to see all three differences. And I think, as Ricky says, it's right. If that pigeon stops on the shore and has a drink, his feet are muddy, normally that's a quitting indication. I think after a few times like this, he's going to sit by the water and have a drink and just sit there.
But uh, the pigeon, it depends on how far he has to fly and the heat temperature. If the temperature is over, let's say 80 degrees, so what's that? 25 times 2 is 50. Yeah, over 25 Celsius. Um, and the distance he has to fly, he can only fly roughly 2 hours in that heat before he must go down for a drink. Otherwise, the body can't function. The chemistry in the brain cannot function. Same as a person. in that kind of heat. He can only perform for so long. Then he must have stopped for a drink. So if you're flying over a 4 hour race and the temperatures are over 80 degrees, let's say 25 Celsius, no matter what, he stops for a drink. But we're talking about a pigeon that comes with mud on his feet. That there is a totally different situation.
I think that's the bird's pretty cooked out. He had to totally stop. Again, I've never seen them dip across the water because we don't live near water to see it. But I know Lars said that he's seen it all different ways, and it's something to see. Shane says again, it's up to the handler to hydrate the pigeons. Ian Sybil says anything you do after Thursday night for Friday shipping or Saturday does nothing to help the birds, and that's right. Uh, I what most people don't realize is most of the you got to put everything in. When the birds come back from a race, you put everything back into them quickly. And then the next 2 days, you can bring them down with good feed but low. But then you got to go good feed, good feed, good feed, and the right amount of feed. And after Thursday, whatever you put into them is just you're putting groceries in the trunk and making them haul it home. They'll take nothing out of it. So you're better to Thursday, take them on their training toss, have them all come home, have them eat, wait an hour or two after they're tossed, let them have their drink, have everything there, then feed them good, let them have their drink, and then they go preparation for the race. I don't think you need to be feeding them Fridays at all on Fridays for a 100 or a 200 mile, even a 230-mile race. Depends on the weather, though. Again, if it's super strong headwinds, okay, maybe a little later on Thursday, maybe on Friday a little, but I just don't think they need the feed in them. I think you have to put it more towards the Wednesdays and the Thursdays, or the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You have to whoop,
You
get
know,
them ready.
if I can say something, if you look at the wildlife, okay, let's just kind of look at this. Okay, let's look at the barn plugs. Whenever I get one, he's never got more than a quarter crop of feed. Okay, let's look at the hawks that are cruising. They're built, they don't need feed. They hunt today, they kill. They don't need feed for 2 days. And they're flying all day long. They're constantly hunting, but they go 2 days. We've quarantined eagles, right, Ryan?
Yeah.
And we were told only feed them every 2 days. They that's it. The chemistry is, and the same thing with a race bird. It's they're those birds. You don't have to fill up, like say holy jumping, he's going to go fly 200 miles tomorrow, fill him up in the morning. That's not good for him.
No, they're not. They're doing is hauling the food home. They're not using
Yeah,
any of the
he
feed. They're not
the
using any of it.
gizzard, okay, the gizzard, he could be stone empty in his crop, but his gizzard holds feed for about 2 days. He can be stone empty, nothing in his crop. He can be hungry as shit. But if you fed him the day before or whatever, his gizzard holds feed for 2 days.
All right, so we got a couple comments. Yes, I look at the birds closely. If dirty feet, especially on short races, I give them another chance. If it happens again, I break their necks. I get it. Especially if they're watered like at the Hoosier. Well, we know they didn't water them at the Hoosier because the guy didn't have the equipment. Quick breeding question. What is your opinion with pairing birds with the same colored eyes? Or do you prefer? I don't think it's totally matters. No eye is identically the same. I see lots of guys here. There's guys that don't pair the same color eyes. There's guys that do pair the same colored eyes. It's sort of what you believe. Another question is, Alan, how do you hydrate or Sean, how do you hydrate your birds? I'm going to do an interview with Stefan Lambrecht. He hydrates his pigeons for the short races. He uses a syringe. He loads up the pigeons. I'll ask him. You guys will get to see how he does it. But anyways, Robert Daughtry says, so no feed on race day. No. When the birds come back from a race, I give them all the feed that they want, all the fatty feeds, all the feeds that they need. I'll give them that on race day. But the day after the race on the Sunday, if you fed them properly on the Saturday when they came home from the race, the Sunday, they're not really going to want to eat. And I mean, on Saturday, I give them the feed, eat the feed. Eat the feed like you want. Pig out, have the have the cupcakes and candy and they eat it. Enjoy it. But Sunday, you have to give them that day to suck it all in. I don't want to keep adding feed to them. I want it to go through the system.
Yeah, and I think on these trailers, they should give the birds their water. I know this character, and I'm going to mention Oscar DeVries guy. He told the people on the EOC trailer the birds don't need water before liberation. And they're starting to pick birds up at 12 o'clock noon, and they're still picking birds up till 9, 10 o'clock at night. And then the trailer's got to hustle the birds up to wherever they're going. Could be 6 hour drive, whatever. And pigeon body temperature is 107 degrees. And he told people in his club or the trailer driver, they don't need water when they get there. And I think that's a very bad practice because soon that bird comes out of that trailer and he's puffing. He didn't get water. And his complaint was there's a lot of bacteria on the trailer when they drink the water. Well, uh, that's what he said, and I heard this from a feedback from people on that unit. And if the trailer driver listens to this kind of shit, that's very bad for the birds.
Wow.
Now, if anyone out there is they put the birds on a trailer, and in Europe or whatever, what do they think about that?
Well, again, the trick is the birds got to get the one thing. The one thing the birds got to get is the water. For sure, they got to get water. And it doesn't matter wherever you are in the world. The trailers have to give them water. Uh,
100%. The
if they
birds
don't give
sitting on the trailer.
if they don't give them water when the birds come out, the ones that are real smart. They find water and they learn bad habits. So hopefully the transporters give them water. But again, do you ever really know? No.
Well, yeah, I do know. Give them a drink of water. They've been on the truck for 8 hours, and it's 107 degree pigeon body temperature. And if you got so many birds, it's pretty friggin' hot in there. I'm telling you, those birds need water. Train your birds to drink out of a trough. And again, Oscar DeVries made this statement in a local area, and if so you get the trailer driver educated to this, I think you're harming the birds. The
Well,
first thing the bird does, he comes out, he flies about 50 miles, and he's looking for water. What does he do? He looks for a stream. He looks for a pigeon, a pool. He looks for a bird bath. He
all
looks
right.
for water. First
Yeah.
time he hits it, he's done.
So Ian Sybil says, good feed, race day, fill them up. They get home. They get get home to replenish, then light for the next 2 days. Yes. And if you fill them up on the Saturday, so the birds have feed all day for when the birds are coming, and you let them gorge up on what they like, on the Sunday, they won't be hungry in the morning. They'll want to eat in the evening, and that's when you can give them a little bit of canary mix and some all-in-one grit or a super grit. Very, very light feed. So Monday, when they're back out again working, they're hungry. The good feed that they got on Saturday is now kicked in. When you loft fly them, they fly the sky out, and then you build the feed again. A little bit lighter on Monday, heavier than Sunday, but not much. And then Tuesday, hammer them with good feed. Wednesday, hammer them with good feed on that way up. Robert Daughtry says, so we ship on Saturday evenings. I have been giving them half feed, so I am thinking no feed. Yeah, if you're no the day of shipping for 100, 200, 230 miles, you don't need to give them the feed. You really don't. You just build the feed up the last 2 days so they're eating good. And the last meal's got to be the meal that they eat the most. This is my thought. Our combine waters halfway before liberation. Okay, that's good. Uh, will a young bird's vents tighten up as they grow, or is it if they're open vents they stay open? No, I've seen young birds that have open vents, and shit, they start loft flying, and you remember, you go, oh, that checker pie, I liked it. I didn't like the vent bones. He got in condition. The vent bones tightened up quite a bit, or almost perfect. I've seen that. I've seen it the other way where they haven't tightened up. I've seen it both ways. I think it depends, but I do think when pigeons go to work, I think the whole body changes. You look at pigeons that race compared to pigeons that don't, I always see a difference. What do you think, Ricky?
Yeah, I agree. I know some people, they have young birds and they're just getting off the board and they handle them and they go, oh, this is shit, garbage, get rid of it, get rid of it. I'm just saying, let those birds develop, train. You'll see a large difference. You say the vent bones are open. Oh, it feels like the tail's up this way and that way. Give the bird a chance to fly. You'll see a difference, right?
Yeah. David Tracy says, how about mixing Gatorade in the water to hydrate them? Yeah, I think you can get different electrolytes. You can put honey, you can put lemon, you put some sweet stuff in there. You can, you know, I talked to Derek Walsh or talked to this Darko Milovic. Uh, what he, I loved what Darko Milovic said. When pigeons come back from a race, this is what him and his father do. They're very natural people. Okay, so they're not into chemicals. They're into how are we going to do it Mother Nature's way. So when the birds come back from a race in the water, what they do is they boil rice, oats, what was it linseed, and barley. They boil it in water, okay, like they're making rice, and they let it cook slowly for about an hour until it all comes to mush, like a gelatin, and schnapps. Yeah, they boil it till it comes a mush. When the mush is done, they put the mush into the water. And that completely, he says, for his Barcelona birds, it brings them right back right away. Now, if you look at fruits and vegetables that help for the electrolytes, you don't have to use something like Gatorade. You can use something like Gatorade. I don't know if Gatorade is the best. One thing is, it tastes good. It's not going to hurt to mix a bit in there, but
Yeah, I'm looking at Gatorade that's a modern product.
Yeah.
Like, how long has that been on the market? That's a man-made product. It's not a natural product. It's man-made. So I think that's what this other fellow was doing. That's more of a natural product. I'm
And
saying Gatorade is a quick fix. I don't know. You know, even electrolytes. Electrolytes is a man-made chemistry product.
you know, if you look up not products but fruits or vegetables that are high in electrolyte, or there's certain things that are, you can add that to the water to make them high, pick up. I mean, you can buy electrolytes,
Like
do the same thing as
put
well.
honey in the water. You put honey in the water. That's very
Yeah,
good.
this is what we're saying. There's other things, other products you can use besides the packaged stuff, but you have to just do your research and give it. You know, sometimes you'll look on the internet and say, "Well, what's the best thing to eat to reboost my electrolytes or drink?" And then they'll say, this, eat strawberries or something, some bullshit. And if
Well,
you
look
look
at
that up,
you went to visit Derek Walsh there. He has a what do you call it? A machine that he goes and buys. Uh,
you,
radishes stuff. Puts it in the machine, grinds it up. Derek Walsh.
yeah, this is the whole thing. Derek would
That's
get
pure.
the
That's not
juice.
man-made shit.
He would get the juicer out. He would juice it, but then he would take not only the juice he would use, he would soak the feed in the juice, but he would soak the feed in the juice in the grindings of the. He always liked to put it on the feed. He used to make it like a muck, because feed. One thing about pigeon feed, it'll absorb water. So if you're putting onto the feed the juice, let's say you've juiced for a detox, you juice uh, beets, you're juicing beets, you're juicing onions, you're juicing garlic, you put them through a juicer, you get all that juice that comes out. If you put your feed into that and let it absorb, the pigeons then can have clean water to drink, but they're eating it on the feed. Now, another comment we had here, Gatorade is bad, it's all sugars. Yes, Gatorade is all sugars. It's a quick pick me up. I don't think Gatorade is what we think it is. I don't think it's the right electrolyte. I don't think it's the electrolytes that you guys really want. I think if you want to buy like a packaged electrolyte, you better look on the market and see what's the best. And if you find like a top human electrolyte, it's probably better than any pigeon one you're going to get. I'm just saying. Hold on. Is it normal for breeders to have loose droppings at times? I assume breeding times can mess up their digestion. Ricky, that's a great question. What do you think of that one? Loose droppings with the breeders.
Yeah, I believe that because breeders, if they're pumping young ones, there's a stress on their body. They're giving out their best for the young ones, and they get a little stressed, and they get some loose droppings. I wouldn't even worry about it. I know if you see it, you say, oh, well, they're working, right?
Yeah, I think it's a pretty strenuous time on breeders. Even if they got all the feeds and minerals and all that stuff, they still have to work to pump.
Yeah,
Next question.
and I would, I look at the droppings. I say, okay, it's a little bit loose, but you got to look at the bird that's doing that work, and you could see, okay, you're looking like you show me a lot of stress here when you're feeding your youngsters. That I put an X against. That's it. An X. Oh, a lot of stress. The next pair, they're feeding youngsters. Yeah, their droppings are a little bit loose. Yeah, okay. But they don't show the stress. So you have to kind of market that as well. It's not only on races and whatever. Oh, I put you in the breeding section. Oh, you show big time stress when you're feeding youngsters. Your youngsters look good, but you show a lot of stress. The next pair, the youngsters look good, but the couples, they don't show that stress. When I see that stress and I see it one time, okay, but I see it the next time when they're feeding youngsters, I say, oh, that's an X against you. I I eliminate birds that show a lot of stress when they're feeding young ones. Eliminate them. That's it.
If they can't keep strong, then it's a weakness, and it normally shows in the babies as well because the babies will be ratty. Alan says, when I drink something sweet, it tends to make me thirsty, so I'm afraid to give them sweets before racing. That can be true. Sean says Gatorade is not good; it's full of sugar. But he says he's got a tip, and this tip I've seen before. Kevin Zarafa, he mentioned this as well. So I know about this. You want to give a trick? Give your birds access to Himalayan pink salt for hydration. Yeah, I think electrolytes. There is salt in it. Salt. I something. There's some salt in electrolytes to go back into the system. But I think if you have in your loft salt licks, the pink salt. I know Kevin had the pink salts on the ropes. The birds loved it. If you have that there for them all the time, they'll take it as they need it. But I think that's a very good tip. I like that tip. That's a good one. I've heard other people do it. And even in the grits that I make, I always put salt. Coarse salt, something. There's salt in them. Because birds sometimes they need that little bit of salt. Same thing if you see a young bird, he's not looking good or droppings are a little off, take him out, put him in a where you can't get access to no feed, no can't pick it, nothing. Give him a little pinch of salt in his mouth, leave him for 24 hours. Sometimes that little bit of salt in the system purge the system right out. What do you think, Ricky?
Yeah, give it to them. Yeah, but sometimes the best thing is
That's right.
that's it. Yeah, the best thing is if you can't keep up to the rest, you can't keep up. You're showing this. Sorry, done. That's it. Done. I don't care. You know what? I got 50 young birds, 100 young birds. Hey, that's it. You can't keep up. Done. It's not
Yeah,
like baby school here, right? We're not
yeah, and
talking
that's
about we're not talking about and even for guys with show pigeons. I look, I see 100 pigeons. I look, I see one. Why do you look like that? Sorry. Okay, I feel sorry for you next day. Why do you still look like that? Oh, I feel sorry. Oh, next day. Why do you still look like that? Sorry. Done. Garbage. That's the way I
yeah.
look at it. Yeah.
That's the absolute best way. If everyone in the loft is following the regimen, and everything's good, and there's one guy he's having a problem or he's eating shit or something, and he goes off, he's just telling you to be honest. Yes, you can fart around and try and fix him. You can give him the salt in the mouth. You can give him a vaccination. You can give him a canker tab. You give him all that shit. But basically, all he's telling you is once I get under stress load, I quit. So you can might as well just save a perch, save an ounce of feed, save your electronic ring, and move past elimination.
Yeah. I believe
Anyways,
it.
uh, Lot 69 says, yes, the IV you get in the hospitals is they use salt in it. Okay. David Tracy says, I hang rabbit salt spools in the loft. Okay. Sean says, the pigeons love Himalayan salt just as much as horses do. There you go. He's learned that from the horses. It's just another mineral that I always have in the loft, and the birds have access to. They use it when they need it. And I think that's very good. They use it when they need it. If you're constantly giving them the grits and the minerals fresh, they're going to use it as they need it. If you starve them for it, that's not good because they can overdose, especially on a salt. But exactly what Sean says, he has it for them. That's a good tip. Ricky,
Yeah.
anything else you want to say before we wrap this show up?
Well, you're getting late there, so the last show we were talking about and we didn't get a large response on it, was examinations of pigeons by club members on shipping night, and I didn't get a lot of feedback on that. Where Joe Schmo wants to turn your
Yeah,
bird upside
well,
down.
we I think we had some response. I think everyone agreed with you. It's not right that people do that, and we don't have to
No,
ask them that again because you know what?
anybody that's watching this session here, and if you are doing this kind of examination stuff, um, ask the man. Say, hey, it's Ricky's bird. Uh, Joe wants he's going to handle it to put it through the bander. Ask Ricky, do you mind if I examine it? Turn it upside down, pull the wings, blow up its rear end. Like, you want me to do that for you, Rick?
That's right. That's
No,
a good thing,
no,
guys.
yeah.
Just ask at the club.
It's totally a rude thing that people do, and they actually turn them upside down and pull their wings and do everything to them. And I'm there. Wait a minute, but it seems to be kind of rude when I say to him, "But don't do that to my bird." That's it. That seems like rude, right? You're looking for a fight. But I think a person that is the, what do you call it, president of the club, he's there. When he sees that shit, he should go and right there, confront them, say, "What are you doing?"
Right. Okay. So I think that's a good point. We talked about that last week. We don't have to go over it again. We didn't get a lot of feedback. Maybe next week we will on this. If you guys have feedback for this, you can. We got Milovich.
And then I'm going to talk. Some guy says, "Well, I've been taking care of pigeons for 15 years. I can do this shit." No, you can't do that shit. And like, my feeling is, I said last time on the
Liam,
show,
we know your feeling.
"Hey, bud, you got your girlfriend in the car, right?"
Okay. All right. We're gonna stop now. The
Okay,
point
go
you
ahead.
made. You did
Yeah,
the same shit last weekend. You do it now.
you asked for
No, I
anything
didn't.
more.
I didn't. I said
Anything more.
you
I had to
talked. Yeah,
say.
we talked about this shit last weekend.
What about
Last
what
week.
about? Let's talk about
No,
people
I.
shipping
It's an
birds
hour and 49
molded
minutes
on
in.
lice
It's
with
an
lice.
hour and 40 minutes in. I'm done. I'm taking now to the end. I was trying to wrap it up. I didn't
Okay,
think you're gonna go
rapper.
down another freaking hole, but again, you want to go down another hole.
Okay, wrap it.
Wrap it. Okay, I'm gonna try and wrap this up now. So, guys, next week we're gonna talk about lice in the truck and you yelling at people. We can do that next week. Not now. We're not getting into that tonight. We got the Milovich auction running now. We got the match pairs running now. Congratulations to Mike Green, and Chris Marshman on winning the Pigeon Bingo. And thank you guys for all submitting your results. This week, I'm going to have Lars on. We're going to look at the Milovich birds. So you guys will get to see them again. I'm going to be at Milovich's. I have to go to Peter Vandermeer's this week. And the Munichs. So, Ricky, next week we're going to talk our one loft race. Hopefully, we'll have some information up for that. And I'll talk to you tomorrow about our one loft race so we can finalize some stuff and what we're going to do before people say that we're so far behind they're not going to participate. Everyone is saying good night, good night, good night, good night.
Good night.
And Ricky, I will talk with you here in a few short hours.
Okay, enjoy your sleep. I'm sure you're gonna pass out. Enjoy.
All right, guys, we'll see you tomorrow. Great questions. Amazing. We talked about tailwind. Amazing. We talked about racing. And amazing. We gave a lot of prize money away. You guys were part of that. You guys made it happen. Thank you guys very much, Ricky. I will see you tomorrow. Bye for now.
Take care. Bye.